lot of nuts!
Welcome back, hyenas, and don't worry, I won't be revealing any spoilers for the latest season of Stranger Things because I haven't actually watched any episode of Stranger Things, despite the meme we're taking a look at today. But warning, I will be spoiling a few things from the telenovela Una Familia con Suerte. Spoilers: everyone dies. Now, like I said, I didn't actually take the time to watch pretty much any of Stranger Things. I think I've seen a couple random episodes from like season 3 or 4, like many years ago. But the latest season of Stranger Things has just been released, and with the production issues that have come into play, it has been something like 10 years since the first season of Stranger Things, despite the fact that in the last season, it's only supposed to take place canonically like a few months later, despite the fact that these young kids are now like 10 years older than when they started the show, and as a result, some of them look a little funny. Now, it's safe to say that some people have their issues with the latest season of Stranger Things. I think you can take a look at any of the communities online and the memes that people are making, whether it's been because it has taken so long for them to come out with the 5th TV season of a show that's incredibly successful, and yet somehow people have had to wait years and years before finally figuring out how the story concludes, or people don't even like the way that the latest season is concluding. I've only watched one half episode that my wife was in the middle of watching of Stranger Things, and even I kind of felt like, hey, this is really fucking annoying. I don't understand the appeal of this show, and it seems as though all of the magic of mixing interdimensional monsters with nerdy, nostalgic 80s and 90s teenage what have yous from the season 1 doesn't seem to have translated super well into season 5, and as a result, everybody online has been bitching about the latest season of Stranger Things. Some of that bitching has turned into attacks on characters, their personality. It's this picture. I don't know why I'm beating around the bush so much. This picture has done irreparable damage to the entire show, more than anything else could have possibly. This image of Millie Bobby Brown, the actress who plays 11 in the show Stranger Things, has been making the rounds ever since some of the latest episodes of season 5 have released, and people have been, it's a combination of things, right? One, obviously people are just kind of making fun of the fact that she looks this way, which is a little bit unfortunate, right? As a young woman in Hollywood, as if she isn't already, have so many eyes on her and now she has to deal with the way she looks. People seem to be under the impression that she has decided to get lip filler and or Botox, and I mean, look at it. It's genuinely Chad Squidward-like. Oh no, she's hot. Squilliam. I don't know why I'm saying Squilliam. It's Squidward in the Chad picture. She looks very different. And obviously she's going to look a little bit different because when she started recording Stranger Things, she was like 11 years old playing the character 11. And now she's in her 20s, early 20s, still having to play this, 14, 15-year-old child in Stranger Things. So there's already a little bit of a disbelief in this actress being able to continue to play this character, which is the case when you have a show with a ton of kid characters. You have to deal with aging and what have you. But the fact that the production took so long for them to come out with this last season kind of on the fault of production and the writers and getting the show together, not so much Millie Bobby Brown on herself. But it's not just the way she looks, right? It is the dialogue in this latest season of Stranger Things. I noticed this just by watching the show for like 30 or 40 minutes. It feels like a show that's supposed to have otherworldly monsters and science fiction and like crazy black magic, unbelievable, non-fiction shit going on, or fiction shit going on. And yet it feels like the entire fucking show is just one long, annoying fucking conversation. I cannot tell you the number of times that somebody was talking and it cut back to Millie Bobby Brown just mewing like that was, it felt like that was half the show.
Oh, no.
Did you guys know the audio for that oh no laughing thing was that long? I didn't. Now, from my research, it seems as though nobody has made any confirmations as to whether or not Millie Bobby Brown made the decision to get some level of Botox or plastic surgery before reprising her role as 11 in Stranger Things. Because you have to imagine this would be a slightly stupid decision. You know what I mean? Like, you have one more season of this show where you need to play an iconic character who is a child. Would it not feel a little bit stupid to get a Mike Tyson-esque face tattoo and then just not address it during the last season? You know what I mean? Like, that seems like a silly thing to do as an actor. And as such, the idea that she decided to get, allegedly, this very prominent lip filler or Botox or whatever is going on with her face seems a little bit misguided, and it definitely distracts from the show. Pretty much every review online stated that every scene with Millie Bobby Brown felt a bit distracting because it really kind of rips you out of the tenseness that the show's trying to keep you in because of the ridiculous stature and obviousness of plastic surgery.
I saw that too. It's funny that people are commenting on Vecna's body. I mean, go to help him if he gets a little lip filler.
What an interesting joke to make there, Miss Bobby Brown. What an interesting joke to make there about lip filler. Man Carrying Things on YouTube has this hilarious skit. He does a bunch of skits on YouTube. He's got this hilarious skit talking about the ridiculousness of the dialogue in this latest season of Stranger Things. When I was watching it, because I hadn't seen any other part of the show, I just kind of assumed this was the vibe of it, but evidently not. The way that things are tied together and explained, I thought I wasn't understanding because I hadn't watched any of the show. Turns out that's just not making sense for anybody, as exemplified in this bit,
which is the Upside Down's mind palace.
And this demo is trying to get home
Because Vecna's homophobic.
Yes. So are we saying
this
whole strategy
was Vecna's original plan?
to
Get
Will's
friends,
sister
to
find
11's
friend.
bingo. And when everything comes together,
upside down, inside out.
it's worth a shot.
This might be stupid enough to actually work.
Classic. So it's doubly bad. There's two things going on, right? One, it's unfortunate that Millie Bobby Brown made the decision, allegedly, to get some level of plastic surgery and or Botox before reprising her role as 11, resulting in this massive disconnect between the way the character 11 looks in season 5 and every other season of the show. But also, it feels doubly worse because so much of the show is so dialogue heavy. There's so many things that are just close-up, zoom-in face portrait shots of Millie Bobby Brown's face supposedly making an expression, but instead just seems to be a close-up shot of her serving cunt. It's a creative choice, honestly. You're an idiot if you don't understand what they were going for. Now, to be fair here, Millie Bobby Brown has done interviews in like British Vogue and has gone on talk shows denouncing the sort of box that people want to put her in. She already feels as though, because she's grown to stardom as playing this young child character in 11, that her audience and her fans aren't growing with her as a woman. They feel like they're always going to see her as this child, such as, you know, the downfall of every child star ever. The issue that they always bump into is that they get famous for being a young kid, like Frankie Muniz or Miranda Crossgrove, Amanda Bynes, anybody from Nickelodeon, Disney, and they find it difficult to transition into more mainstream adult music, movies, TV shows, and what have you, and that seems to be the situation that Millie Bobby Brown is going through. However, finish the show, you know what I mean? Like, obviously you're allowed to grow up, and you know, everybody wants you to be able to do adult characters now that you've spent so many years playing this child character, but feels a little bit unfortunate that we couldn't at least conclude the story and this final season without having to, you know what I mean? Like, you could have been a kid for just a few more months as they finished up production. We had to get plastic surgery, Botox right before, whatever. Maybe she saw the script and maybe she was like, this is ass. I'm not putting off any future obligations. I'm gonna do what I gotta do now. Perhaps it's the right call by her. Only time will tell. But what I do know is that whoever is her mewing coach, whoever's teaching her to keep that chiseled fucking jawline, that guy needs a raise. And you guys need a raise for making it to the end of yet another one of my videos. Remember to subscribe and like if you enjoyed, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.